Have you ever wondered how life was after the Mauryan Empire, one of the most powerful empires in the ancient world, collapsed? Let's journey back in time to the post-Mauryan period, a transformative era that unfolded right after the end of the Mauryan Empire around 200 BCE. The demise of this mighty empire, which once stretched from the Himalayas to the south of the Deccan, gave birth to a new age, an age punctuated by the rise of new kingdoms, social changes, and a shift in religious and economic dynamics. The fall of the Mauryan Empire was not the end, but rather the beginning of a new chapter in the history of the Indian subcontinent. The vacuum left by the Mauryans was quickly filled with new dynamic powers, including the Sunga, Kanva, and the mighty Satavahana kingdoms. These kingdoms, each with their unique cultural and political traits, reshaped the landscape of the region, bringing about significant shifts in societal structures. But what led to these changes? The answer lies in the interplay of a variety of factors. The end of the Mauryan rule stirred up a wave of political instability, which in turn gave rise to the decentralization of power. As power dispersed into the hands of local rulers, the society began witnessing a shift from a uniform culture to a more regional one. This regionalization of culture, politics, and economy set the stage for the emergence of new social orders and practices. Moreover, the post-Mauryan period was also characterized by a resurgence of Brahmanism, which had a profound impact on the social fabric. This resurgence, coupled with the decentralization of power, allowed local rulers to adopt and promote their own versions of social norms, leading to a diverse and vibrant social life. So, as we set off on this journey to explore the post-Mauryan period, let's keep in mind that this era was not just a period of political transition, but a transformative phase that saw the emergence of new social, religious, and economic landscapes. As we delve deeper, we'll uncover the layers of social life during this transformative period. Imagine living in a time when social norms and values were undergoing a sea change. In the post-Mauryan period, society was buzzing with transformation. The caste system, originally based on occupation and skills, started becoming hereditary. This period saw the solidification of the four Varnas: the Brahmins, the Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas, and the Shudras. This structure created a social hierarchy, with Brahmins and Kshatriyas at the top, enjoying privileges and authority, Vaishyas forming the economic backbone, and Shudras relegated to menial tasks. The position of women in society was also undergoing a shift. While they were still largely confined to household chores and child-rearing, there were instances of women participating in religious and educational discussions. Women were also involved in trade and crafts, showing their versatility and capability. However, the practice of child marriage began to surface, and the status of women was generally lower than in the Mauryan period. Education, a cornerstone of any society, was primarily provided by Brahmins in this era. The Gurukul system was prevalent, where students lived with their guru or teacher in an ashram, learning various subjects including philosophy, scriptures, warfare, and statecraft. However, education was not universal, and it was mainly the upper castes who had access to it. Trade guilds also played a significant role in society. These guilds were associations of artisans and merchants who oversaw the production and sale of goods. They held immense social and economic power, often assisting rulers in administrative matters. The post-Mauryan society was also marked by the rise of regional languages. Prakrit and other local dialects gained prominence over Sanskrit, which had been the language of the elite. This linguistic shift brought literature and learning closer to the common people, making it more accessible and inclusive. So, the post-Mauryan period was a time of change and adaptation, a period where societal norms and structures were being redefined and reshaped. It was a dynamic era with its own challenges and opportunities. Social life was indeed evolving, but what about religious beliefs? Let's uncover that next. How do you think the fall of a great empire affected religious practices and beliefs? Let's dive into the religious life of the post-Mauryan period. It was a time of significant change. with the fall of the mighty Mauryan Empire causing a shift in the religious landscape. During this period, we witnessed the emergence and consolidation of Buddhism and Jainism. These religions, founded on principles of non-violence, truth, and asceticism, gained considerable traction. They were in stark contrast to the Brahmanical order and its elaborate rituals, which were becoming increasingly inaccessible to the common man. Buddhism, founded by Gautama Buddha, began to thrive, especially in the regions of Magadha and Kosala. The teachings of Buddha, encapsulated in the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, provided an appealing alternative to the complex Vedic rituals. Parallelly, Jainism, with its emphasis on extreme non-violence and asceticism, also gained followers. Mahavira, the 24th Tirthankara of Jainism, propagated the religion during this period, attracting many who sought a simpler, more direct path to salvation. However, the decline of Vedic rituals did not mean the disappearance of Brahmanical traditions. They underwent a transformation, adapting to the changing times and societal structures. This period saw the emergence of new sects such as the Bhagavatas and the Shaivas. These sects, devoted to Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva respectively, were characterized by their simpler rituals and greater accessibility, marking a significant departure from the exclusivity of the earlier Vedic practices. So, the post-Mauryan period was not only about the rise of Buddhism and Jainism, but also about the evolution of Hinduism. The religious landscape became more diversified, reflecting the complex and dynamic nature of society itself. From religious beliefs to economic practices, the post-Mauryan period was indeed a time of great change. Let's explore the economic life next. Ever wondered how the economy functioned in a period that was transitioning from a great empire to a series of smaller kingdoms? Let's dive into the economic life of the post-Mauryan period. Agriculture continued to be the backbone of the economy, just as it had been during the Mauryan reign. However, the focus shifted from large-scale farming to smaller, more manageable agricultural units. This change was due to the fragmentation of the Mauryan Empire into smaller kingdoms, each with its own set of economic practices. Trade also played a significant role in the post-Mauryan economy. The breakup of the Mauryan Empire resulted in the rise of several trading centers, both within the subcontinent and along the Silk Road. The increased interaction with foreign lands led to an exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures. Crafts and industries too saw a significant boom during this period. The craft industry, particularly pottery, metalwork, and textiles, flourished. The artisans of this era were known for their exquisite craftsmanship, and their products were in high demand, both domestically and abroad. Another noteworthy aspect of the post-Mauryan economy was the use of coins. The Mauryan Empire had already established a robust system of coinage. However, in the post-Mauryan period, the individual kingdoms began issuing their own coins. These coins were often distinct and reflective of the culture and identity of the issuing kingdom. Coinage not only facilitated trade, but also served as a powerful tool for propaganda and asserting political legitimacy. So, while the post-Mauryan period was a time of political fragmentation, it was also a period of economic diversification and growth. The economic practices of this period laid the foundation for the economic systems of the subsequent periods. The post-Mauryan period was indeed a period of great economic dynamism and change. So, what can we infer about the post-Mauryan period? This era, which followed the reign of the great Mauryan Empire, was a period of significant change and transformation in India's history, particularly in the domains of social, religious, and economic life. On the social front, the post-Mauryan period saw the emergence of new social classes and occupational groups. The caste system was more defined and prevalent, but it was also a time of cultural synthesis, where various communities interacted and assimilated, shaping India's diverse cultural heritage. Religiously, it was a time of spiritual dynamism. Buddhism and Jainism continued to flourish, gaining many followers. Simultaneously, the Bhakti and Sankhya philosophical movements were born, contributing to the religious diversity and spiritual richness of the period. Economically, it was a time of growth and expansion. Trade and commerce thrived with the establishment of new trade routes both within India and with other regions like Central Asia and the Mediterranean. Agriculture remained the backbone of the economy, but craft industries also blossomed, fostering economic diversification. The post-Mauryan period was also a stage for political fragmentation with the rise of regional powers. This fragmentation, however, did not impede cultural or economic progress, but instead fostered a sense of regional identity and autonomy. Understanding the post-Mauryan period is essential as it forms the bedrock of many aspects of modern Indian society. It is a testament to India's resilience and adaptability in the face of change. It showcases the richness of India's cultural, religious, and economic diversity, a diversity that continues to define the nation today. In conclusion, the post-Mauryan period was a time of great transformation, a time where the social, religious, and economic landscapes of India underwent significant changes. These changes have left a lasting impression, influencing the course of India's history and shaping its present. The post-Mauryan period, a time of great change and transition, has left an indelible mark on the tapestry of Indian history.